welcome on into another episode, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, Weapon X beside me, Kohler beside him, Occupancy bottom left, Vito Jaguar bottom right, and we are ready. We are going to jump right into the first game because we have another big Thursday slate. The Capitals plus 144 are in Toronto minus 172. The total of 7 at my book for this one here. I definitely was leaning towards the over 6.5, but the price wasn't good. So I ended up staying off here. I did get to Capitals money line. Capitals have won 4 of their last 6 in Toronto. And I think this is priced like the Leafs are pretty big favorites here. I think they're a little bit too big of favorites in this spot. Capitals, I believe, Kuznetsov is a game time decision, as is another player that I can't remember his name. So he must not be that important. No, I'm kidding. But
yeah, Dmitry Orlov.
He's not
Orlov. Okay, Orlov. Anyways, well, Kuznetsov is a lot more of an important player. But anyways, Kuznetsov is both players, from what I read, are game time decisions. So keep that in mind here. I am on the Capitals. Player prop wise, I have Carlson and Kuznetsov both for points. If you're looking for a player point parlay, I did have Kuznetsov in my first one that I did. However, the fact that he's a game time decision, we'll have to see if he plays or not. Weapon X, any thoughts here? Capitals and Leafs?
Yeah, I don't really like anything much on this game side-wise. For me, I've been iced, yeah. Well, Matthews, nice. I like Matthews to get on the board. I've seen a couple of books giving a bet boost for Matthews and Bo Horvat to score a goal. I have that at plus 400. I took a sprinkle, a quarter unit on that. I think with Arizona in Vancouver, and then I think Matthews gets back on the board. He is 2 goals away from 60. That's never been done in the Leafs in the Leafs jersey, right? So, he wants to go for that Rocker Richard trophy. All he does is score. He's not that good at everything else. So it is what it is. He's a really prolific goal scorer. But then again, it is the Leafs. So I can't back the Leafs in any way, shape, or form ever. Because every time I try to, they fuck me over. So, nah.
Especially at minus 172, right?
Especially at that high of odds, yes.
Toller, what do you think here, Caps and Leafs?
Personally, I'm on the Caps as well. 3 goals or more in 6 of their last 8, I believe. 4 wins in a row. They're hot right now, and the only person on Toronto that's hot, like Bleed Green just said, is Matthews, and all he can do is score. I lean the over, but I personally don't ever touch an over at 7. I could see it getting there, of course, with these 2 teams, but just I'm not risking it with that high of a number. If you're looking for a good dog, I do like the Capitals money line, or even plus 2.5 offered in some books for parlay piece. If you don't want to risk the money line, I definitely don't see them getting blown out. Also, I like the Capitals to score first, plus 110. I mentioned it last stream. They always come out first period and somehow seem to just find the net. I don't know if they're just on their toes more than other teams, but that first 5 to 10 minutes, they usually dominate most games.
You're muted, Terry.
Sorry, thank you. I said, oh, me and Nick agree. Shocking. I was surprised. I can see
even you were muted.
Do you guys cash when you agree? Because that's the important thing.
Yes, normally, actually, we do pretty well when we agree, but we don't agree very often. So,
well, system muted you, so I guess the system even doesn't allow you to agree on anything.
Occupancy, Caps, and Leafs. Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's for me. It's Toronto Maple Leafs hockey in this spot. Washington Capitals have been getting some nice wins at home, and then they go on the road to a pissed off Leafs team who just lost against the Sabres in their little Stanley Cup there for the poor. It's okay though, because look, We talk about max plays all the time. We talk about unit betting, right? These are all things that get thrown around in our space. I'm not saying to go with the Leafs for a max play. That's not at all what I'm doing here. If you want to go for a 4 or 5%, no, I'm not going to bet the Leafs on a max play tonight.
I was unloading my
Not at one.
Yeah. If you want to do that, go find. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
maybe.
We don't do max plays on the show. Like I think 1 unit play is maximum we ever do. No, anybody?
And on that note, I will keep it simple. It's going to be a Leafs money line, puck line. Excuse me.
Let me just mention this one little fact, though, occupancy, that scares me from that.
Okay.
The Capitals are 5-1 in their last 6 at Toronto.
Okay. I just and I'm open to discussion. It's just one of those things where you got like the Capitals are old. They play when they want to play, and they've just won a lot of games in a row. They're cocky. They don't play team defense, and they rely on a lot of individual talent, and again, it wins them games, and that's fine.
And they've just playoffs. That's another thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not saying who's the better team, who's the better fan base. I'm not saying that.
No, definitely not.
I'm just saying I think the Leafs come here and win tonight. So $50, putting down right now.
All right, Vito, Caps and Leafs. Any thoughts here?
Well, one thing I would like to say that it's no mistake to go with Leafs or Capitals. So I understand taller and I understand also occupancy, because first of all, if you look just from the team view, Capitals are totally capable to beat Leafs. They're a high elite team. Just another thing here a little bit, if we watch, first of all, well, for the Capitals, I also like what Toller said, that, one Kuznetsov is out. Do Capitals straight away struggle? I don't know, I think they might find also the scoring without Kuznetsov, But just if you watch a little bit from the Leafs standpoint, one stat I know also that usually Leafs, after losing to Sabres or even winning against the Sabres, they usually play a great game. They usually score at least 4 goals. So how I see this game turning out, well, I took a Leafs regulation yesterday because my book here in Europe, when the line comes out early, only offers regulation lines. It doesn't offer money line. So for me, it was plus 125 Leafs. Of course, I have won now a little money on because the line has moved. I even can cash out my fucking bet, and end up like a little bit profit, but that's not the case here. It still doesn't mean the Leafs will win. But from what I see, I can see this game going to like 5-4, 6-4. Leafs winning easy. I think Leafs put up like at least 4 goals here today. And my only concern definitely is Campbell. I know he is after the injury. He's getting prepared for the playoffs, how you call it. He's at the moment 3-0-1 after his injury. So he hasn't have lost only 1 game in a shootout. So I think a lot of pressure today is on Campbell because he's the guy who is getting prepared for the playoffs. He needs to have a great game, And in the end of the day, now Capitals is on a 4-game winning streak, and people are starting to look at the Capitals and telling like, yeah, let's take Capitals, But 2 weeks ago, Capitals were a fake team. A month ago, people were thinking Columbus Blue Jackets will catch Capitals, And now Capitals have started to play a little bit better, and everybody is on Capitals. And another thing here, Capitals last game win 9-2, That's a high score. If you watch just how Pittsburgh Penguins last time, they won against Detroit 11-2, and after that one, they have struggled. They have struggled so hard after that big win. So I think it's gonna be a hard game for Capitals here. I think they're gonna come in here feeling good about themselves. I think it's a pretty obvious look. They're gonna feel good about themselves. 9-2 win, 4-game winning streak, and I mean Leafs of a loss against the Sabres. They usually do great. So only way how can I look at this game is Leafs. Even how hard it's to say, And Lepanix mentioned also that Matthew's gonna score his 60 or whatever. Yes, and he's gonna be the first guy in the Leafs jersey who do that. But, it will be better to win a cup because they're losers since '67. So give me Leafs.
That's not gonna happen anyways. But
So yeah,
don't get the Leaf fans hopes up by saying
but
that.
That's not fair, man.
Yeah, that's not very nice, Vito.
When I was
put
playing in
10% on
Sweden,
bank
man,
while they don't make the finals.
when I was playing in Sweden, I had my coach from Toronto, Canada, and he even was understanding my jokes. We were all laughing about that, man. I was coming to a practice in the morning. I was giving him so. When the Leafs are getting the cup or something else like that, and he was like, never, and jokes, So, yeah, Leafs, it is what it is. They're a great regulation season team, and I think they get up to few games more than they get up to others. They just cannot beat Sabres, and it is what it is, Leafs is an offensive team, and if you find a way how to beat them, you can beat them every single time because they just suck defensively. But I think without even a little bit that Kuznetsov, I think it's when teams missing a center, it's a big thing. Winger is a little bit different. It can be easy, but center guy is a big thing. So yeah, give me Leafs, a regulation.
I know y'all miss me.
We'll move right along because we got 10 more games after this one. A big slate ahead. The Ducks plus 300 are in Tampa Bay minus 375. A total of 6 in this one. I completely passed in this game. I want absolutely no part of it. Tampa's a huge favorite. Yeah, a pass. Weapon X, any thoughts here? Ducks and Lightning?
Yeah, I like Tampa here. I'm gonna see what I can back them for plus money because the puck line is definitely juiced. It's not. It's warranted. It's the Ducks at the end of the season. Tampa's at home. They're gonna want to finish these last couple of games, 10 games that they have on the strong side, especially at home on home court. And let's face it, they're just a superior team right now at this point, where the Ducks are just a very young team, inexperienced, a little gassed from that early success that they had throughout the season. So for me here, I'm gonna try and see and look at who scores a lot against the Ducks historically, and parlay it with a Tampa Bay money line. Because the puck line is juiced. I might hit a puck line lay here with the Canucks. I also like the Canucks puck line. That should be plus money together.
The books may not want you to take. The books might want you to take -1.5 and not -2.5.
How can books tell you what to take?
Yeah, they can't. But he's wondering why the Lightning is -385, but the Lightning puck line is -1.5 and not -2.5.
I see.
Who's wondering that?
IceX.
Oh, IceX. Well, because the original puck line is always 1.5. That's the 2.5 is always a super puck line.
No, I've seen 2.5s in my book. Gotta call both my books.
Like
original? Yeah, well, like as the main spread.
Against teams like Arizona and Montreal, at some point, yeah, you could probably see that. But
I think Carolina,
Anaheim can still score,
and it's a big difference. Big difference between these two bets. Then, if you just look at the empty netter topic, it's like huge difference, man. I mean,
well, the
Toller, what do you think here, Ducks and Lightning?
-2.5. That means you have to really dominate the team and shut up. -1.5. Empty netter can make the deal.
Toller, Ducks and Lightning?
Yeah, I think Weapon X kind of hit it on the head there. There's not too much to go over with. Lightning are at home. They're not going to want to give their fans something to go home with an L to the Ducks. I mean, of all people to lose to, we said a couple weeks ago on the show that the Ducks had kind of just given up. They had a little bit of hope against Florida last time out. And I think that was the highlight of their season right there. If they could get that win, maybe they'd have a little bit of motivation for the rest of it. But after the Panthers coming back, beating them in overtime, I think, the locker room's going to be completely just done. And there's going to be no motivation at all, especially away. Tampa Bay is definitely not a fun crowd to face. They should get it done, but I'm not touching anything in this game. I might throw Tampa Bay on a money line parlay if I need it for an extra booster, but definitely not as a very safe one. You never know what could happen. There's just a lot of other games.
So Brandon Point to score a goal and Tampa to win is plus 150 parlay together on Coolbet, and that includes overtime.
What about Palat?
What about Palat?
Yeah, I like Palat.
Palat probably gives you around 2 something.
Because Stolarz is trash.
Plus 300.
Especially on Stolar's glove side, dude. Isn't he lefty? Zooming in there.
Lefty can put up the glove side. Very good.
Thing is, Palat doesn't score a lot at home, though. He scores most of his goals away on the road. Also, head-to-head, Palat is...
Take Sergachev. Sergachev gives a slap shot today, I feel. On the
left. I mean, he scored 2
high goals.
That's just true. So, not a bad look either. Plus 300 value.
I was like, what the heck are you talking about? Hartman got fined for giving the finger to Evander Kane. So a lot of Wild fans donated to pay his fine. And Hartman is putting every single penny to a children's hospital, I believe.
You saw Kane's
the world a service.
Kane's ex-wife actually sent some money also, like donated $200.
Because Evander Cocaine deserves more than that, than the middle finger.
Occupancy, Ducks and Lightning. We'll try to roll on along here. What do you think here?
Yeah, no, I agree with Toller. I think the Ducks have realized they're in the gauntlet of the South. They're just getting lit up everywhere they go, and they're just going to take it like the 19-year-olds that they are and deal with it. Originally, I didn't want to touch this game, but I like what you guys are saying. I like Point to score. I like Sergachev to score. I like Palat to score. What I didn't realize, I just clicked 2 buttons and I get plus 156 for Tampa Bay money line and the over 6 in that combo parlay. And I'm like 1 for 2 on these. So I hit it once with the Rangers. I missed it yesterday with the Rangers. This is a spot Vasilevsky confirmed, or we got an Elliott tonight.
Vasilevsky.
Okay. Yeah, but he's kind of also accepted he's not going to be putting up zeros every game. He lets up 1 or 2. It's not a big deal. Not sure I'll make this an official play, but for people who want action in this game, that's the way I would look.
Hey, occupancy.
Yes.
All that what you just said, and Tampa Bay win altogether, that's plus 4,000.
Yeah, but then if I was wrong about Palat and Stamkos gets 2 power play goals, then I could still win.
Hey, $2 coffee for plus 4,000, not bad.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I get. Yeah, I got to spend. I should spend some time on that. Honestly, I was doing.
Weapon X is talking. Hey, if you hit that, you can thank Weapon X because
dude. So Weapon X talked me on the Line A to score in Columbus to win in reg, and the McKinnon to score in Colorado to win in reg, and both those hit last night. So that kept me alive there. So thank you for that. And yeah, I like these looks too. Yeah.
All right, Vito, Ducks and Lightning. Any thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm not a big prop guy. I kind of like to keep it simple, because in the long term, I think simple really pays off. But yeah, if we just look at the Tampa Bay Lightning roster, I mean, I think I don't know what's the odds there in United States, but I think guys like Killorn could have maybe a great value today. I don't know. He's like a third liner. Okay, but whatever. Talking about the game, guys. First of all, we got Vasilevsky net for Tampa. That means they want to get this guy back in the confidence, because he hasn't played his best hockey lately, So he's today in the net against the Anaheim Ducks. And overall, if we just look at the Ducks team, as you all mentioned here before, they're a young team, 19, 20 years old. And it's a last game on the road. They're coming out against the Stanley Cup champions. Stanley Cup champions, who hasn't played the best game lately. So with these 19 years old, can they put up great game today? I'm not sure. To be honest. I think Tampa Bay rolls over here just because they haven't played good lately, and I think they're gonna be on the front gas here. We're gonna see how the game turns over, But overall, I heard many suggestions how to parlay and what to take, and some player prop plus Tampa or whatever or over. Well, for me, I just took like Tampa in regulation. And Boston Bruins I took on the regulation for my small parlay. I was thinking to take maybe some different teams, but yeah, I end up with the Boston and Tampa in regulation and parlay, getting like some plus 170, decent price. So yeah, that's what I did.
All right. We will jump right into the third game here of the night. Detroit plus 310 are in Carolina minus 390. Total 6.5 in this one. I'm on the over. I'm on the over 6.5. I like goals in this game. Both teams have been going over as of late. I'm expecting a goal fest in this one. Obviously, I expect a ton of more goals from Carolina than I do Detroit. So if Detroit can get me 2, I think Carolina can definitely get 5, maybe even 6 in this game. So going at the over 6.5 in this one, and I expect Carolina to win, but hey, at this time of the year, you never know. Upsets happen. But I like the over here. Weapon X, any thoughts here? Red Wings and Canes?
Oh man, I have nothing. That's one game I didn't really want to touch. I expect Carolina to win, but there's no advantage to really take them on a puck line. Detroit has been generally horrendous. So for me, and I don't even want to touch props because I'm not good at predicting props from Carolina. There's always guys that somehow score on the second or third line, like 2 goals in the game, and then Aho doesn't get his 2 points or doesn't get his goal, or Vinen gets his goal. So for me, there's other angles that I like better than this. The over, if it was at 6, I would have taken it, but now it's at 6.5. I think that might be a push. I mean, it can't even be a push, right? I think the 6 would be a push. And I don't trust the Red Wings, just like we saw with the Flyers yesterday. That was some. I can't believe I bet that game. I shouldn't have. So yeah.
All right. Toller, Red Wings and Canes. How do we think here?
So Detroit's starting a 2-game road trip, I believe, and the Hurricanes are actually have a little motivation in this game. This could be an easy 2 points for them to try to keep the Panthers off them in the race for first place in the Eastern Conference. And then I also think they're trying to keep first in the Metro. I think the rankings are getting pretty slim there. So yeah, I think the Hurricanes, but it's Ranta, isn't it? Yeah, it's Ranta. Don't really like him, but obviously it is Detroit. Whoever they put in the net can't stop a beach ball. I say it every time they play. Carolina should win this game at home. Not much value on the puck line. I don't like taking puck lines, especially if they're not plus money. And I do believe this one's set at 2.5. Yeah, definitely not touching the 2.5. So I lean over, but nothing official for me.
All right. Occupancy, Wings and Canes.
I pass.
Perfect. Vito, Wings and Canes. Oh, you're muted.
I can tell you exactly how this game will go. Detroit will not score more than 1 goal. This game will end 4-0 or 4-1. So under 6, I think. I don't really want to bet. Well, Detroit under half a goal first period could be a look. I don't see them scoring, but it's still hockey. Antti Ranta can have a shaky hand. Whatever can happen. I have seen so weird goals in hockey. Because I never can trust a half a goal.
Stay away.
Yeah, half a goal is nothing in hockey. It can happen anything. But overall, how this game gonna go? It's under 6 for sure. I think because with Antti Ranta, people will think that Canes will let up some goals. No. Detroit Red Wings will not score more than 2 or 1 goal.
Turnsy, how come I get no love, bro?
Vito the lad. So yeah, Canes are getting like 3-0 win today or 4-1. Something like that. It stays under, man. It can go only over if Canes will score 6 goals. But I don't see Canes scoring 6 because lately they've been not totally dominating teams, like shootouting like 7-0. So yeah, give me an exact score in this game, 4-1.
Uh-oh. Well, I have the over, so I kind of hope you're wrong about that. Turnsy says, what did Bleed say about my Wings? Nothing good. Nothing good.
Dude, it's self-explanatory when you type Red Wings in 2022. It's not my fault. Don't shoot the messenger.
All right, we'll jump on here to the next one. The Islanders plus 134 and Pittsburgh minus 158, a total of 5.5. I cashed on the draw and the last matchup between these two, their last game. I'm not going back to the draw this time. I am passing on this game. I think Pittsburgh wins it. I don't want to take them in regulation, though. I think they win in regulation, but these two teams kind of have a tendency to go to overtime. So I'm passing. Lean with Penguins to win. Minus 158. I won't take that. Maybe I get into a parlay. We'll see. But I think the Penguins win this game, but I don't feel comfortable taking them in regulation. Weapon X, Islanders and Penguins. Any thoughts here?
Yeah, last time these two teams played, I took a Crosby to score, and Gensel ended up having a hat trick, something like that, or 2 goals. I think the hat trick was taken away, but Crosby didn't get on the score sheet. So I might probably go with the angle with Crosby to get 2 points, plus money, plus 125. Yeah, I think Pittsburgh should win here. I don't know if I trust them on the puck line. The Islanders have probably given up on the season. It's pretty much OD. It's done. I don't think they're going to get much more of the season. I think they're just going to probably see what they have as a young guys and see how they can retool for next season. But I don't really have a side in this one.
All right, Toller?
Yeah, New York, they have a very, very unlikely playoff position they're trying to get. I think it's like less than 5, less than 10%, obviously. But they're not dying. They won't roll over. I actually backed them last game just because in a pick 'em, I take the home team. And they were like a minus 104. I think they were underdogs. It's really hard to go against Pittsburgh at home, especially back against the same team. It's such a close game. Jari's in that, I believe. It's a big factor for Pittsburgh. I don't hate the draw for a quarter unit. But with how much money is on Pittsburgh tonight that I'm seeing, it's really hard not to take the Islanders again. Nothing official, but that's what I lean.
All right. Occupancy, Islanders and Penguins. What do you think happens here?
I think I'll be the farthest person from the window that you'll know. Really. I cashed an Islanders ticket on Tuesday. I'm not going near the window again. That's just how I am.
No, RS. He's saving the world. Okay? That sports guy is saving the world. Vito, what do you think here? Islanders and Penguins.
We're saving the world one tree at a time. If anyone wants to know why.
You're muted, Vito.
Yeah, well, I think about this game a little bit. I would like to play Pittsburgh, because in the end of the day, if you watch a little bit the advanced stats, for example, in April, Pittsburgh is the team which will have more shots today, and I can tell you it now. Pittsburgh will carry the play. Pittsburgh will have more shots. So if you are the guy who likes to play teams who are cycling the puck and dominating the play, you can take Pittsburgh today because they will have more shots. But the question is, if they are they winning? Because of course they have to win. This is a revenge spot, But when I look at this, for example, first of all, the first line Rust is questionable. If he is questionable, that means he is not ready. He is not ready. If he's going to be on the ice, he's still not ready, And we have seen that many times, from many players. When they're questionable, they come to play, they still don't perform. They perform even worse than some other guy would be in the place of them. That's first thing. Second thing, second line for Pittsburgh, Zucker, Carter, and Raquel. Zucker hasn't played much this year, So he's still a little bit cold, I would say. Carter, he's a veteran. So he's just there. And then Raquel, the new guy, And then the third line, I have my buddy Teddy Bluger. I respect him. He's a great player. But then again, Rodriguez is questionable. But okay, Rodriguez hasn't been that good lately. Overall, Pittsburgh will carry the play here. Pittsburgh, I think, is the right side because they will dominate this game. So can it go to OT in Pittsburgh, the grab win an OT? Yes, it's also, I think, possible. But I'm just staying away from this game just because I want to play Pittsburgh here. I want to play them in regulation. Maybe I end up playing them in regulation. Who knows? We have still 2 hours left. But why I'm at the moment not placing it, I just don't like a little bit the roster. I mean, I don't like the second line without Malkin. I think Malkin is, again, a center player. And as I said, with Washington Kuznetsov, I think centers are a big thing. Big thing. If center is missing, that's a big thing. So, yeah, I'm for the over. I would also not go over. I would not go under because the first game went over. So I can see this staying under in Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh, they love to keep unders. So I think the right side is Pittsburgh here, guys. They will carry the play and everything. So if you're fine with this money line price, you can go it. If you like the regulation, you can go also with the regulation. But I think, yeah, with all the issues and anything, I think somehow Pittsburgh will get this done. So in the end of the day, I think money line is the right play because it can go to OT.
All right. Moving on along here to the next one. The Senators plus 235 are in Boston, minus 290, a total of 6 in this one. This is another pass for me. I do have a player I have targeted for my player prop parlays, Josh Norris for Ottawa. He has been absolutely on fire points-wise. Other than that, not much from me in this game. Weapon X, any thoughts here, Sens and Bruins?
And are they plus 200 favorite? Yeah, they're plus 200, plus 225. Underdogs. This might be one of the dogs I like today. I'm gonna look more into the numbers. But is that Andy on that account? Is that Andy saying that he looks like Bublik?
Well, that's a guy who is
no, you know who RS
come
is.
online and show his face. So.
Oh, that's Ryan. Okay.
Yeah. Brad Fender knows Marchand anytime goal. All right. Yeah. So Weapon X, what do you think?
Fender knows Marchand anytime goal. I mean, I don't hate that Marchand anytime goal. I just like Ottawa being a live dog tonight. I think goalie-wise, Boston has been very uneven. And again, they play better on the road than they do at home. And Boston is at home tonight. So I think Ottawa, they're stingy. They can get in, especially in the first period. They can get in going. And this is a divisional series, right? So this is what, game 7 or 8 of the series?
They played 3 times this year. Bruins won the first, the second, and the third.
So Ottawa's probably due, right? I'm thinking. And do we know who's in nets? Is it Anton Forsberg?
Yeah, Forsberg's confirmed.
So and that's another reason why I like Ottawa here to steal coins from the Bruins. I think Forsberg is the one goalie that could probably steal a game for Ottawa here.
All right. Kohler? Oh, sorry.
I didn't do much on this game personally for a side. I don't touch props that much, but I can't ignore this one. Drake Baderson, the game winner on his return last time, and I think he's going to have a decent game. If you like Ottawa, he's going to be involved. I'm not saying he's going to score again, obviously, but look at his props. I think he should have a good one. Other than that, that's about it for me.
All right. Occupancy?
Yeah, we looked some of the advanced stats, and we capped this game, think tank. And, Boston is coming off 2 tough losses. Okay. They're a playoff team. They go on runs. They lose a couple in a row. It is what it is. I'm going to take Boston on the money line, and I parlayed that with the Vancouver Canucks on the money line. So that's already in my slip. You're getting that combined at 1.8, so you're still taking a little bit of juice with it. But they're 2 teams that I just think get the job done tonight. And yeah, I know some guys are out on the blue line for the Boston Bruins. But when you match up their top lines with the Ottawa's top lines, I was looking at the head-to-heads, like we said, and Ottawa, give them credit. They beat the Red Wings 3 times. Sorry, Turnsey. And they showed up against, I guess, the Jets, and they showed up against the Rangers. But that's all they did. So I think, you come in here into the house, TD Garden, the Bruins will walk away with 2 points. So I just parlayed them with the Canucks.
All right. Trisha asks, what's the difference between puck line and regulation and puck line match?
I can answer that. Puck line basically means that the team either has to win by more than a goal, so by 2 goals, or they have to cover at least a goal. So they have.
But why would it say in regulation though?
Different puck line regulation is puck line match he maybe means -1.
The -1 maybe, yeah. That's
puck line match he means -1, which you get like money back when the team goes to OT and wins in OT. That could be a puck line match because it's -1, but it's usually different totally odds. And the puck line match is when the team has to win in the 60 minutes, then more than 2 goals, like 4-2 or 5-3.
Yeah, that's more used in soccer because usually soccer has books at the three-way, the kind of three-way betting where you got the tie, you got the win on one side and the win on the other one. So for a team to cover a puck line is usually a -1. It's not a -1.5. And at that point, it becomes a push, I think, either or.
In United States, I would be very careful, and I would actually always make my research and double check all these full match bets because books love to take your money away from these full game bets. They love to juice it. They love to do all kind of things with full game bets.
Yeah, the fine print is written like this small here on the head.
Yeah, you have to look at those regulations sometimes. I think that's the value. No team goes there and thinks about, oh man, we have to go today to OT or fucking A, Well,
what do you think here, Vito, Sens and Bruins? Any thoughts?
Sens and Bruins, man, I can tell you one thing exactly what will happen in this game. In second period, Bruins is the team which dominate usually at home, no matter what kind of situation it is, cold, hot, whatever. And in the second period, it's going to be a far bench for Ottawa. And, in second period, Bruins will dominate. They will not let Senators skate out of their defense zone. Basically, they will change their line all the time, and Sens will have the far bench, and they will stay in their defense zone. And just second period is where the Bruins will win the game. So I'm not sure how the first period will go. I think still maybe Bruins will carry the play. Sens get some early goal, get 1-0 lead. But in the second period, I think Bruins will kill it. I know that Brendan Carlo is out of lineup, but guys, to be honest, I can say that Brendan Carlo is a terrible D-man in my point of view. He has the size he has the size, and but his technique with the puck is terrible, and with his size, he at least should use the size, but in the end of the day, he doesn't use his size. So, when he's with the puck, it's terrible, man. I'm afraid, if I would be the forward, how the offense starts in hockey, you take a turn and you open yourself to D-man, and if you open yourself to Carlo, you're afraid you will not get that pass on tape, and if you get that pass on skates, you have to look on your skates and you get a D-man coming to your face, which will knock you down, So Carlo is good that he is out. I like Bruins even better now. So McAvoy and Grizzly is what I need here. Pasternak, of course, is not in. That's not good because I think Hall in that line. This guy, how is this guy? Howler, yeah. Hall is very great, but I think Hall needs still Pasternak in his line, and still Pasternak on the power play is very, very good. I mean, Pasternak brings a lot of offense. He's a also season regulation player. In playoffs, he sucks. Pasternak is not a playoff guy. He cannot finish checks. That's why Boston hasn't won any Stanley Cup, because you have to fill these empty holes. Pasternak is not a playoff game player. Anyways, talking about this game, 2 losses for Boston. That coach was pretty pissed last time, and I think Boston will come out here with a performance here today. They somehow always find a way to beat Sens in low-scoring fashion, 2-0, 3-2, or whatever. And they're playing at home ice here after 2 losses. I think they come out here and get the job done against Sens. So, as I mentioned before, I have a Tampa Bay regulation and Boston regulation today in the parlay.
All right. Moving right on along. The Blues are against the Sabres here, minus 196 for the Blues, plus 164 for the Sabres. Total 6.5 in this one. I'll keep it real brief. I'm on the over here. I expect a lot of goals. Binnington is confirmed for the Blues. Anderson is projected for the Sabres. Both these teams have been scoring a lot and letting in a lot of goals. So I'll take the over 6.5 here. I think you could probably take over 7.5 and still win in this game. I expect a lot of goals here. Weapon X, what do you think here? Blues and Sabres.
Yeah, I like the Blues. I know a lot of people on the Sabres. As a dog at home, with the Owen Power hype and everything. Meg, does he get his point today? He could. I just think St. Louis here needs this win a lot more on the road than the Sabres want it. I think I'll probably be looking more into the numbers, but the puck line at plus 140 is a good value. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. I just like the Blues to finally have those lines rolling, that second, third, fourth line to get goals in. We've seen it with the Sabres. They can put up goals early, but then obviously the second, third period, it's kind of been like that from the beginning of the NHL. They don't really play third periods. They play 40 minutes of hockey, and then they're gassed out. But yeah.
All right, the 2 players I have Thomas and Buchnevich. Both have points like every game. They miss. Thomas missed 1, I think, in his last 14 games. I think he has 1 game where he didn't get a point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he has 10 straight games with a point, which is pretty crazy. Toller, any thoughts here? Blues and Sabres?
Yeah, as y'all know, Blues are my kryptonite. Every time I back them, they lose. If I don't, they win. They should easily win tonight. That second line has been tearing things up. Like you said, Robert Thomas I think he's got 9 points in his last 5.
Yeah, he's on a big point streak.
And Tarasenko's got 5 goals in his last 5. So either one of those, I'd look at their props. Other than that, yeah, Blues should win tonight. Lean the over.
All right. Occupancy, Blues and Sabres.
Yeah, if I had to bet this game, I would bet the Buffalo team total over 2.5. That's what I would do. But I don't have to bet this game. If you look at the advanced stats, Buffalo is one of the worst teams in the league in expected goals for. They really have been playing well because I think of the situational spots. I think they get kind of like the Rich Jeaneret's night. They get the Leafs matchup on the outdoor field, but they get the Owen Power. They get the Buffalo gets those spots where they just play good hockey. But I'm here to make money, meet some people. So I'm as an investment, I'm not looking to get involved on the Buffalo side at all, and then also really not looking to take a team who just been crushing it, and we'll have to lose that winning streak at some point. So I'll flat.
All right, Vito, Blues and Sabres.
Yeah, well, I would agree with occupancy. Why? Because simply Blues been on a winning streak, but if you watch those advanced stuff, for example, in April or overall the whole season, Blues is not a team which carries the play or dominates. They dominate when, of course, they are kind of on a losing streak or whatever. But overall, Blues, they are a great team of a rush. Man, if you give turnovers to Blues, or if you give 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, Blues will score on those chances because all three lines, all the forwards have great technique. They can pass tape to tape and they can finish it. Thomas, Tarasenko, Kyrou, Shen, O'Reilly, Barbashev, Buchnevich. I can go forever here. Those guys can finish, and those guys can finish on 3-on-2s. So they don't cycle so much a puck a lot in the offensive zone, but they will score the goals on those chances. That's how it is. They just will, because they will get those chances, and Sabres will turn the puck over today. I mean, after that big win against the Leafs, that was a Stanley Cup game final for Sabres, man, and they won it. So now they will not come out fully focused here today. They will turn puck over for the Blues. So, in my opinion, actually, and at the end of the day, if you just watch, Blues at the moment, they're not good in expected goals in April, but they have scored 24 goals on 5-on-5 in 7 games. That means they score more than 3 goals per game, 5-on-5. That's the stat for the Blues at the moment. And if you want to hear a stat about the Sabres, they are allowing 22 goals in 7 games. So that's also 3 goals. So for me, it's not a hard look here. Well, of course, Blues kind of on the road and whatever. But I think in the end of the day, people kind of looking too much here at the Sabres. It's still the fucking Sabres, man. And I think we're getting great price with the Blues here. So give me Blues in regulation at -110.
All right, I like it. I'll move on along here to the next one. Edmonton +100 is in Nashville, -118. Total 6 in this game. Another one I don't really have a whole lot of opinion on here. I think Edmonton is going to want to bounce back here, but wanting to and actually doing it is a completely different thing. The Predators are fighting for their playoff lives. I would lean with the Preds here, but I just don't like this game. Looking at it, something's telling me the draw. So we'll see if I can get there, but nothing at this moment. Weapon X, Oilers and Preds. What do you think here?
Yeah, I know a couple of people are on Edmonton's money line since they're technically the dog at even money. Because we're giving Nashville the home field advantage. I, on the other side, am not, but also I don't know if I can back Nashville with how uneven Saros has been. I'm sure Toller can talk more about it, but besides that Sharks game, that was kind of a bad beat because that VAR really turned them off. The Preds can actually generate high danger chances. They can actually score. Now they also been getting scored on a lot this past month. So for me here, I would probably lean with the over. I'm probably going to look more into props here, but at the over 6, I really don't mind that. Will it be a close game or will it be Predators smash at home? Because Koskinen and Mike Smith are always prone to collapses, and depending on how good Saros is going to be, that's going to depend if that over hits really fast or if it hits in the third period.
Yeah, it is Smith versus Saros, both confirmed. Toller, Oilers and Preds. What do you think here? You're muted.
Unmuted.
Okay, yeah, Smashville. That's where we're at tonight. Smashville. I don't care who's in there. Give them Koskinen. It doesn't matter. We're winning tonight. I promise you that. Don't bet your books. Don't go hard. But like I've been saying about the Islanders, I'm putting a decent chunk on my Preds tonight. if I'm a coach, and after that performance against the Sharks, I'm chewing them out, man. That better have been a wake up call. You're back at home. You better need to get the job done. It's Mike Smith. We have the Blackhawks Saturday, and I'll personally be going to that game. So I'm hoping we get a big one tonight and bring some motivation into that. Shouldn't be looking ahead too much at the Blackhawks, so they got a day's rest in between, so we really need this win tonight. I'm backing them in regulation myself personally. It'll be on my card for my Discord members. I also lean the over 5.5. That's with the money line parlayed with it on the money line total parlay. Other than that, that's about it. Oh, actually, also on my DraftKings account, I've got first period tie no bet for the Preds at plus, where's it at? It's at plus 120, I think. Maybe something like that. Plus 110. I'm taking that as well.
Dude, do you like the puck line, Drew? That's at plus 205. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I wouldn't. I want to because,
you think they're gonna smash them, right?
I really do think we're gonna smash them tonight. If we don't, it's gonna be trouble for us for the rest of these last couple games because we have the Flames and Oilers coming. We have the Oilers again. Maybe do we have them again? I don't have the schedule put up. We definitely had the Flames twice. So yeah, we need these points tonight.
Let me ask, Toller is a Nashville fan?
Yes, sir.
Right, yeah.
Hey, let's go. Well, you convinced me even more to go to press today. Just kidding.
Occupancy, Oilers and Preds. What do you think here?
Yeah, we looked at this game on the think tank a little earlier, and we compared the lines and the defense and everything. They're pretty even. Like we were going through the names and we were looking around and just on the back end, you got Ekholm, Yossi, Fabro, and you got CC, Keith, Darnell. I don't know. For us, it looked, and then it looked even a little bit. But then we said, okay, hold on, I'm not done. I know Evan X freaking out here. We said Nashville has a clear advantage in net. Edmonton has a clear disadvantage in net. And then we looked at the second and third liners. And for me, I think Edmonton's a little stronger there. I think those guys get going to score goals. I think I'd rather have the Edmonton roster on the back end than the Nashville roster right now.
Edmonton's offense has scored 1 goal in each of their last 2. That's it.
Yeah, I'm flat right now, but yeah.
Look who they won against their last 3 before that.
I know they went into LA and won a pretty tough game. They lost by 1 to Colorado, and then they lost by 4 to Wild.
Edmonton had been on a big winning streak before their last couple of games, so.
But he's right. They only beat the Sharks and the Ducks. But they did beat the Blues and the Kings and the Yotes. I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying. They haven't been beating the best
They're
teams.
on a little bit of a regression, it seems. As hot as they were. Not saying they're bad. Just as hot as they came out.
Did y'all just say on the think tank that defensively these teams are equal?
We were not. No. I said that. We were basically going through, and it looked like the roster
is playing good.
Wait. CC, who hasn't been relevant in 5 years.
Duncan Keith.
Duncan Keith is 45 years old.
Duncan Keith is a
plays
cashier.
like he's 45 years old.
And then
Yossi has more points
than Tyson Berry from Colorado Avalanche. Tyson Berry from Colorado Avalanche is cashier.
What? Yeah,
Tyson Berry.
At this point, he's fucking cashier, bro.
Yeah, because he's not an Av, so he's cashier.
Yeah,
okay.
Point, bro. The only defender that's worth anything in Edmonton right now is Evan Bouchard, who's 25 or 24 years old, because he's got a bullet from the.
Well, hold on, bleed. But that now. Okay, well, what about Nashville's defense? You have any name? Okay,
worst defensive teams.
Okay, all right. Well, who's on Nashville? Tell me who's on Nashville. Aside from Yossi, you can't say that.
You have Ekholm.
And we already said Ekholm. Who else?
Fabro. Okay. Adam Carrier is actually really good defensively. Carrier is pretty good defensively.
Those all guys suck. We have Ekholm and Josie, and we have Nurse and Duncan Keith, more or less.
Doug, how many defenders on each line? It's 2, right?
Yeah, top 2. Yeah,
exactly.
Top 3, man.
And there's 3 lines of defense.
They all play. So
2 of those are better than the entire Edmonton line.
Okay. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody has different opinions, but everybody is. You can go out veto. You go out veto. You come in at me as well. But Jerry, yeah, we're all good here. We're a team.
It's okay. I forgive Vito because I think he's a little drunk. He got the shades on and everything. He got the hat on. So
man, you have some problem with shades or what? I don't understand, man. You come to show, you sometimes don't know who to play. So please don't judge me, okay?
Yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but we'll move on here. Okay, we'll go to the next one.
We don't move on. My opinion was still not taken.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, yes. Vito, what do you think here?
Okay, so overall, I would like to give a small advice from my side. I know that everyone here which are on the show kind of knows it, but we still have watchers who come first time here, and they want to get knowledge about hockey. So overall, when I see money line plus 100 and minus 180, 18, I don't kind of like to play it because I think it's in the end of the day and it's a coin toss, because I like to play regulation prices because in the regulation prices you can get better value and usually that team is better. But in this case, yes, both sides I think are right here, to be honest. I mean, people will be on Oilers and people will be on Preds. And from my point of view, I mean, this is the only game today when I was talking with occupancy before the slate. This is the game we disagreed on, and I think it's totally normal because it's hockey, man. Anything can happen. It's totally normal. These are 2 teams which are in playoffs. So what the fuck, man? I respect every opinion in NHL because these all players earn millions. They all can perform when they want, So in this game, I know Oilers are on 2-game losing streak and still Preds are there. I have no place in this game. Just kind of, Preds, only thing that worries me about the Preds, they are not scoring, you cannot score 0 goals against Sharks. It's kind of disappointing, But lately what Preds has been doing, they've been switching to this defense hockey, man, starting from Panthers game. If you take a look at the Panthers game, it didn't end 4-1. If someone is telling you it ended 4-1, they're not watching the game, man. It ended 2-1. It was one of the best defense games from both teams you have ever seen this year. It was a 2-1 game to Panthers. It was Panthers game, man. You don't see Panthers playing low-scoring games. So, and after that game, Preds went to Pittsburgh. They play a 2-2 game. Again, a low-scoring game. They come home. They barely beat Sharks. Again, low-scoring game. So, if there's going to be a Saros in the net today, I'm going to be Koskinen. I would love to see 2 Finnish goalies, to be honest. I think it would be closer because of the Smith. Give me Predators here at home. I think they get the job done.
All right. Toller showing his Predators hat there. Yeah, hey, we got a little wild, but it's getting wild with Terry and friends. As long as we all stay friends and we can agree to disagree.
On the hockey rink, there's no friends when you play each other. After the game, you go and drink beer together, so it's normal.
Yeah, exactly.
I never insulted anyone. I just disagree with you.
Well, man, this is like in a hockey field, man. We are in the game, man. We chirp each other.
We are in the game. So
yes, exactly. We finish the game, you're the best friends,
Ain't no way Duncan Keith and CC are in the same conversation as Ekholm and Yossi. That's just me.
Exactly.
I agree with that. That part of it, I agree with. What about everyone else?
We're
exactly.
moving on.
You take Mike Smith and you put all money on Edmonton Oilers and go Mike Smith. Yeah.
We can continue the discussion in the group chat if you guys would like, but we are going to move on because we are already at an hour and we still have 5 games left. So Minnesota is in Dallas, minus 118 for the Wild, plus 100 for the Stars, a total of 6. I'm on the Wild here. Nobody's shocked by that. I have the Wild money line for a unit and the Wild team total over 3.5 also for a unit. The Wild have been playing amazing hockey right now. They are on, I believe it's 7 games in a row against playoff teams. I think they're 4-1-2 in the last 7. So they've been playing well. Meanwhile, Dallas has lost to New Jersey, and there was one other non-playoff team that they lost to recently. Dallas does have the past history advantage against the Wild in Dallas. These 3 meetings have soared over so far. So a lot of goals in the 3 meetings so far. I expect a lot of goals here tonight, but I expect Wild and Fleury to get the job done. Wow. Up next, what do you think here, Wild and Stars?
Kirill Kaprizov has 9 points in 3 games against the Dallas Stars. The homie I'm gonna take him for 2 points in this one. That's guaranteed right there. I think he gets on the score sheet there, wherever. Now this can go either way. Honestly, this can go either way because Dallas needs this. They want to get in the playoffs. They've been playing actually really well, really good hockey. Minnesota has been the hottest team in the last month, so I don't know if I can pick a side, but I'll definitely dab into the props because I do expect a high scoring game here, even though they're 2 teams that can play very well defensively. They're 2 teams that know each other very well. You're talking about transition hockey. Both teams have really good transition hockey compared to a lot of other clubs in the NHL. You got the line with Rupe Hintz, who's always a danger to score. Rupe's been on a tear lately. He's at home, right? So, and then you got Kaprizov, you got Boldy. Boldy hasn't scored last game, but he's been buzzing around the net. Fiala has scored a couple, almost scored a hat trick. So there you go. For me, it's gonna be props. Gonna be looking to that. They'll be on my card later when I drop it. So.
All right, yeah. Players I'm looking at: Kaprizov, obviously, Zuccarello, Fiala, and Spurgeon, whose point streak ended. But I'll be looking for him to get back on it. I will be doing more player prop parlays as soon as we're done the show. Toller, Wild versus Stars. What do you think here?
As a Preds fan, I want the Wild to win here. Hate Dallas. And also, we got, nobody's mentioned yet, they're starting Wedgie. I don't think he's as good as Fleury by any means. He has done a lot better since coming over to Dallas, but Fleury's easily had the best transition in all the trades, I think. Minnesota's high right now. Like you said, they're doing really good against playoff-type teams. They're keeping the same mindset like they're in the playoffs already, and they're going to keep just riding that. So I definitely would back the Wild tonight. Of course, Turnsey backs the Stars. Other than that, fade Turnsey, go Wild.
I like it, Toller. Fade Turnsey. We're gonna get that on a T-shirt. Hey, Turnsey, fade Turnsey. Vito, what do you think here? Wild and Stars.
Yeah, well, adding a little bit about the Fleury, we can straight away see why Fleury is an elite goaltender last game against the Kings, right? Or whatever was it, the Kings. He let in 3 softies early, and I haven't seen a goalie this year which have sharpened him up after letting in 3 softies early and not letting any goals rest of the game. I haven't seen a goalie this year. I think there's not a goalie. So that's why Fleury is elite. He has the experience and so on. But talking about this game, I mean, if you look a little bit at expected goals, these both teams kind of in the same place in April. I mean, of course, well, Stars is the team which plays close games. They play frustrated hockey. Nobody really likes it. Nobody really likes Stars. Because they just somehow don't score fancy goals. They don't score a lot. And overall, if you just look at the performance, okay, expected goals are kind of the same. But if you look at the scoring efficiency, Wild are dominating here. I mean, Wild have scored 20 goals, 5-on-5 in last 6 games, and allowed only 6 goals. So that's a goal per game here. Playing 5-on-5. That's an amazing stat. And on the other hand, if we look at the Stars, they have scored 14 goals, 5-on-5, allowed 15 goals, 5-on-5 in 7 games. So They're at the same place where I just now told. They're gonna play a very close game here. Wedgwood, talking about Wedgwood, man. I don't know, guys. Do you watch games or not? Do you watch the game against the Tampa Bay Lightning, man? Have you seen many goalies shut out Tampa Bay this year, man? I mean, he had an amazing game, yeah, and it's hard to believe that he's gonna continue. But I think the guy comes out from Arizona. He comes into a playoff caliber team. He has motivation to play. I think there's reason that Ottinger is not playing today. I mean, it's the second game in a row. Wedgwood is coming out here. So I think here, if you're laying money on Dallas, you're laying money on more or less on Wedgwood, That's it. You're just hoping here that Wedgwood will play better than Fleury, more or less, And if Fleury lets in some softies, yeah, Wedgwood can win this game 3-1. So for me, I know that it's hard to go against Wild, and they are on the run now. They're scoring a lot and they're playing well. But at some point, also these runs end, So for me, it's either a stay away or I'm ready to back an underdog here at a plus price at home. I'm just waiting to get it somewhere at plus 110 maybe. Let me see. The price at the moment is plus 100. So yeah, if maybe by the puck drop we can see even higher price here. I kind of feel that Dallas, a lot of people been selling Dallas. A lot of people be saying Dallas is bullshit, and they don't deserve to be in the playoffs, But this team is built for playoffs, man. We have seen it like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Dallas, when it comes to playoffs, it's a tough time, So in this spot as well, Wild is a great team, man. In the start of the season, I was looking at the Wild as a Leafs or Oilers, which has no defense. But now they have proved that they can play also a really great defense, But still, this Dallas team has beaten Wild twice this year, And I know Terry likes to bring up these stats, but he doesn't bring up these stats today. But yes, I think
that's not true. That's not true. I actually said that Dallas has done well in past history against Minnesota.
Okay. I like your picture, man, on the background. All right. So yeah, I think just somehow Stars is kind of matching a great against the Wild. That's it. I think Wild is a great team, man. Overall, I like the chemistry they're having and everything, But I think Stars somehow bring this frustrating hockey, which Wild doesn't like. They love to play over the boards. They love to dump the puck in, hold it on the board, somehow pass it on the middle and shoot, that, or pass it to the top, D-man shoot, Pavelski tips it, That Stars hockey, Wild doesn't like to play this hockey. Wild loves to play transition hockey. They love to move the puck, score goals, So in the end of the day, if Wedgwood plays well, I'm going here with Stars, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Turnsey does say Dallas has picked their goalie moving forward. He thinks it's going to be Wedgwood. If that's the case, it'll be nice knowing them. It'll be a 4-game sweep for Colorado if they put Wedgwood in that 4-game sweep, all by multi-goals. That's what'll happen. Occupancy, what do you think here, Wild and Stars?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to basically bet on what Vito said at the very end. I'm going to bet on Wedgwood saves. I woke up leaning Dallas. I woke up and then felt strongly about Dallas throughout the day. We looked at the lineups. Maybe not super strong in the middle, like with second, third, fourth liners for Dallas, but still good enough. And we were, when Dallas won games, Glendening, Foxa, were getting on the board and things like that. If those guys step up tonight, we're not talking playoffs. We're just talking the winning, to win the game tonight. I'll take Wedgwood saves, and with a lean on the Dallas money line, minus 103 for him to get 29 saves, so over 28.5. I haven't been looking at shot data as much lately, but oh man, I missed Saros by 1 the other day, and I don't want to kind of walk into another situation with missing Wedgwood by 1. But this is the thing: if you really think how the game's going to go, I mean, Minnesota is at the top of the expected goals, so that probably correlates to chances and shots. I mean, I don't have the exact stats to back that up right now, but I could just think it does. So if the Minnesota Wild put up 30 shots, listen, here's a way to get the chat involved. Yeah, does everyone like trivia? Does anyone like trivia?
Can we save it for tomorrow's show because
Yeah.
already
My bad.
really past it.
No,
it's okay.
Wedgwood actually didn't even start with the Yotes this year. So anyway, he's been around. He's I think he's a tough guy. To be honest, I think he has to be tough to move into 3 locker rooms in 1 year and then still be a good goalie on the ice in an NHL arena. So say what you want, but I think for tonight, let's just get him his 29 saves and then with the Dallas money line lean.
All
Hey,
right.
we cannot speed up the show. It's not the right thing. The sponsors will come. We keep it going.
Yes, I know, but we're way past time already.
But whatever, man.
Sharks are in Chicago, -124 for the Sharks, +106 for the Hawks in this one. Again, another pass for me. I'm trying to be selective here. There are games I like. This is not one of them. I would lean with the over 6 because both goaltenders are pretty bad here. It's Reimer for San Jose, Lankinen for Chicago, so lean with San Jose. But I don't really want to take them as a favorite, especially on the road. But next, what do you think here, Sharks and Hawks?
Sharks, baby Sharks, and the shit fucking Hawks. God damn. I had nothing. Nothing. I will not be putting my money on this damn game.
All right, we'll move right along. Vito, what do you think here, Sharks?
For 6 goals, I don't give a shit. You can score 6.
Man, I give a shit, I give a shit about every single team here. They all get millions, They all get paid, bro. It's their job, in the end of the fucking day.
I won't be giving them my money, and I won't be watching them with my time. Because my time is more precious than watching the shithogs against the San Jose Sharks.
Man, shithawks 5 years ago were Stanley Cup champions, man. And
they're
everybody.
Dynasty, yes, but they're not in.
Let's go. I like Crawford. Let's go. Crawford. Okay, talking about this game, overall, I can agree with Bleed here, man. If you just open the expected goals in the last 5 months, you'll find Chicago at the last place, And I can tell you straight away why this is happening, If you have Patrick Kane in the lineup and DeBrincat, man, those guys have to get puck in the offensive zone. They have to cycle the puck. They have to keep the puck, and that starts all the way from defensemen, because not only offensive generates the offense, they also need defense. And if those guys don't get a puck often on the stick, they don't feel a puck, they're kind of always in the defense zone. They are frustrated. They're just frustrated with the game overall, So that's why we see Chicago, I think, on the 7 or 8 game losing streak, something like that. If you check, guys, the last game Chicago lost at home, check the teams. Check the teams they lost. Coyotes, one team. I think maybe something like Detroit, the second team, So, how can you make a case here for Chicago? I don't know. If you're losing to Coyotes and all this shit, man, that's just terrible. And you have Sharks coming in. Sharks, I have my buddy Baltzer's playing there. He's 2 years younger than me, Latvian guy. He's also in and out from the lineup. He's kind of with Hertel there, in also with Meyer in some games. He's getting actually some points back in there. But overall, the Sharks team also, if Meyer or Hertel is not generating, they still have Carlson, Burns in defense, From what I think, these are 2 shitty teams, obviously. Blackhawks definitely have scored like only 7 goals in 5-on-5 in the last 5 games. Sharks also is not generating too much offense. But, I don't think at the end of the season, these 2 teams come out here and try to win a low-scoring fashion game. It just would not make sense, So even if I see Hawks going up 2-0 in early or Sharks going up 2-0, I think the other team will chase the other team down. We still have Lankinen in the goal. Reimer been a little bit better. But anyway, I think one team gets the lead, other team will chase it. I think it was at 5.5 for a long time, to be honest, today. So I think a lot of people which over jumped on that 5.5 because I can see this ending 4-2 easy. Yes, so I think Kaner or someone gets some goals here. Both teams will, I think, get to the 3 goals. I think this game goes just over here.
All right. Occupancy, Sharks and Hawks.
Yeah. This game has an opportunity to make some money on it. That's for sure. You get this stigma in your head that the Blackhawks are better at home, but they're not. I just checked. They have more regulation losses at home than they do on the road for regulation losses. So they're actually not better at home. But
that's what the price says as well.
Which is what I was like wondering why. Yeah, the price wouldn't like why is Blackhawks here home dog? But that is why. So anyway, we'll move on quick. But look, Vito's right, and I don't expect them to play a low scoring game. This is one if you want to work tonight, if you want to like treat hockey as your job and go to work, then watch the live over lines. Okay, I mean that's how to do this. It moved to a 6, and if you can get a 5.5 or a 5 at some books during the game when the price drops, then that's your chance to get action on this game. I don't look at period stats, but there's probably a look there. So just let's try to get an over 5.5 at a good number and make some money.
All right. New Jersey is in Colorado, plus 235 for the Devils, minus 290 for the Avalanche here. What can really be said about this game except the Avalanche should score some goals. They scored 9 goals yesterday, so hopefully they have some left in the tank here. Nothing officially. Actually incorrect. I'm on the over 6.5, minus 125. I expect goals still here in this one. New Jersey lets up goals. Colorado's offense, as we saw last night, can explode, and I expect it to explode again against this Devils team. Weapon X, your Avalanche against the Devils. What's going to happen tonight?
Well, so right there, that's the boy Mac. That's who doesn't know, who haven't seen the MJ documentary. He said, and I took that personally because that's literally what Mac did last night. He said, everybody's talking about Vegas being healthy. Everybody's talking about Calgary. Fuck y'all. We're going in on you. And they violated that team yesterday. It was beautiful to see. I'm still shady about I'm going to address it. The NHL has some really, really bad people taking stats. I don't know how y'all do it. You don't even check your review videos or anything like that when you take away points or assists from people. And that's okay. You don't care about us gamblers, that's fine. But that's still fucked up. So I'm gonna say that. Again, it's the Devils. This is a revenge spot for us. Last time we lost against the Devils on I believe it was the first of back-to-back. We were looking ahead. So we put in Francouz. Francouz is in nets again, I think, tonight. But I think we still score. I like the over. But I also like the Avalanche to win this game. So there's a couple of ways I'm definitely going to be looking at this. I'm already still backing McKinnon to get 2 points here. I'm also going to be laddering McKinnon to get 3 points in this game at even better odds. I think he's on a tear. He's been on a tear against New Jersey in general. He has 7.
Give me a second one.
In 3 games against New Jersey.
Yesterday's goal, Rantanen got which goal was it? Which goal was it when the?
It was McKinnon's second goal.
Second goal, McKinnon's.
McKinnon's second goal. Rantanen took the puck, tipped it to Makar, and then Makar made the long pass to the breakaway on McKinnon. You can see it on the video. Rantanen comes in, tips it, and then it goes.
It's at the start of the third period, right?
Yeah, and they gave him the 2 assists, and then later on during the night they took it away, which makes no sense.
Are you checking on Flash Score?
No, I was checking on the actual NHL video. Yeah. I how you call it? I lowered the thing. I slowed it down, and you could see it slow frame by frame. Dip. whatever it is, it's a bad beat. It is.
But I just now watched the replay, man. What pass you talking about?
It's the second goal. So if you go in,
the breakaway for McKinnon.
Yeah, the breakaway from McKinnon.
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, here he's getting the puck.
Then slow it down.
That's a pass, bro. Don't bet a fucking player props, man. That's a fucking pass, man.
That
man,
you see.
Yeah, bro.
It is. But yeah, they didn't. Unfortunately, they didn't count it as.
So it didn't count us. Yeah, we lost money. People lost money. It just sucks. It is what it is. People don't probably get paid a lot of money to do the score sheet on the NHL. It is what it is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So up back to this game. Yeah, expect goals again. McKinnon to record 2 points. That one is. Where is that one at? Plus 125, plus 130, depending on the book that you have. For him to record 3 points. For Mac, it should be plus 200 at least.
All right.
So for him to record plus 255. Okay.
Right.
It is what it is. I'm probably gonna parlay the puck line with another puck line. I like a couple of puck lines. I like Tampa's puck line and probably the Avalanche puck line. Probably a 7-4 game, 6-4 game, something like that.
All right, Fido.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly add. I know nobody wants to be remembered about that, but this pass, yeah, man. You know, you can go after the game and tell it was your pass. I mean, man, okay, whatever, man. That was a pass. Fuck, don't bet player props. Just easy at that, man. That's a fucking steal. Whatever. Talking about this game. Well, most of the, I can see this going under if Avalanche plays the way they want to play today. Because I think on a back-to-back, they will not want to overskate the Devils. Devils is a high team of a rush. They can generate chances of a rush. So to Avs have an easy game here and to beat Devils, they will need to catch them when the Devils will be breaking out from their zone, when the wingers will try to pass the puck to the middle, to the centerman somehow, the wingers will have the problem to break out from the zone. And if Avs catch them in that position, they will generate the offense on these counterattacks, And if Avs score here early, if they get like 1-2 nothing lead, a little bit of Devils, they will try to keep this game low scoring, I would say. That's why I think people also going here under, because it's possible. I could see Avs winning this like 4-1, 3-1, something like that. And if we just look from the Devils side, I mean, overall on these advanced stats, I sometimes love to watch these advanced stats on the last 2 weeks. For example, Colorado, unexpected goals haven't been done great, But once again, you watch the scoring efficiency, and they've been scoring somehow 20 goals 5-on-5, So they're pretty sure about themselves that they will win this game against the Devils here today. So we had one upset from Devils against the Dallas earlier. Are they bringing another one against the Colorado? Only if Colorado lacks some focus on the defense and gives some chances to Devils to score, they can lose this game. But overall, I don't see this game going over, guys. It's a back-to-back game. I don't think Colorado will try to get in a high-scoring fashion here. They are on a back-to-back with Francouz in net. They don't want to get Francouz also like a hard time. I think Colorado will try to win this in a low-style fashion. I can see this game being like 3-2, 2-2, something like that. Colorado will try to get a win here, and that's it. Yeah, guys, I have no side here. I have no play here. Overall, yes, I'm leaning under.
All right, occupancy?
Yeah, just building on what we all threw out there. Colorado's on back-to-back. So the fact that bleed is so high on Colorado still addresses that one concern, at least, that are they going to show up tonight? I think that's just the difference in the hockey world. Listen, I don't want to bash any teams, but you can't lie that the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Washington Capitals do decide when they want to show up. And Bleed saying that he thinks the Avs are going to come out on fire again tonight shows me that the Avs are not in that category. The Avs maybe aren't. Maybe they just always show up like the Hurricanes. You know what I mean? But no, I mean, look, on the back-to-back, I'm looking at the stats right now, just on Flash Score.
Avs haven't been great this month.
Where I believe we're 8-1 or 6-1 on back-to-back.
That's
so,
exactly.
So just looking at the recent one here with the Jets and the Oilers here, they're still high power. I mean, yeah, they don't get over in the Oilers game, but they beat the Jets 5-4 in overtime, and then the next night they beat the Oilers 2-1 in overtime. Same thing. The shots on goal are north of 35 each. So it's just high power, and that's the expectation for tonight. So I should be able to be smart enough to kind of read all that, find a line, and make some cash tonight. So what are we looking at? I mean, think about it this way, yo. I might just go back to the same fucking well I was in last night. Colorado Avalanche -0.5 in the first period. It was not even hard against Jonathan Quick, who's won the cup. And now you're gonna do that to Nico Dawes? Fuck it. That's gonna be my official play for that.
That's a good look, occupancy, honestly. I mean, you look at the high danger chances, you look at getting Byron back. That defensive core in general is scary as hell, because even if the front doesn't score, the back end, any of those defensemen can decide to go almost end to end and contribute on forward, which is huge. So.
Well, Avs have puck moving defensemen, and a lot of them, and that's a good plus, man.
The Johnson brothers are not brothers. Sorry, they're not brothers. But I call them the Johnson brothers, but they're not brothers. But they're on and off because they have so many defensemen now. They scratch one, they put one in, and vice versa.
But again, another thing, if you look just this month at Avalanche, at expected goals, they somehow just slip over the teams because they know they're confident and they know they can score, But at any given time, they can lose a game. So because of the number we just see here, I don't think it's value on the Avs tonight. But whatever. That's just my opinion.
All right. Vegas is in Calgary here. Plus 130 for the Golden Knights, minus 154 for Calgary. I'm on the draw and the over. I expect goals in this, and I expect a close game. Weapon X, what do you think here? Knights and Flames.
I know a lot of people are on Vegas as a dog. I get it. They're healthy. Daryl Sutter, Peter DeBoer out the window. It is what it is. This is a Calgary team at home. They've already, I believe, lost against Vegas this year. They're gonna want revenge. I don't care how healthy.
The last game it was 6-0, man, at Calgary.
They still a very poor defensive team. You saw it against the Canucks.
Nice.
You saw the counter.
It was on
Vegas Golden Knights.
Special teams, they were poor.
Yeah, and Calgary is gonna want to smack him back, and they're gonna want to show that the
last game was 6-0, man, in Calgary. Calgary won.
Oh yeah, okay. So I probably checked the game before that. So yeah,
and that was a back-to-back to Vegas, so it's still forgivable.
Still forgettable. But regardless, for me here, I'm gonna try to find a way to back up Calgary here with maybe a player prop and a win. I don't know if I'll go with the puck line, but I just like the Flames at home here against Vegas, especially that Vegas is probably going to be desperate to win, and they're going to be sending a lot of D's up, and they might get caught on the counter. Calgary is one of the best teams to counter. They got speed down the neutral zone. They catch you flat-footed. It's almost in the back of the net every single day.
I'm just going to quickly say to Trancy's comment on stepping on the throat of Vegas. I think Vegas has more to play for in this game. Don't they, though? Like, Vegas has a lot more to play for in this game, in my opinion. This game doesn't really mean too much to Calgary, but Vegas needs it badly if they're going to make the playoffs.
But does Calgary want Vegas in the playoffs? Nobody wants Vegas in the playoffs because they've been in the playoffs every single year, and they're annoying. So,
yeah, we'll have to see. Vito, what do you think here? Golden Knights and Flames.
Fucking Golden Knights, man. Very interesting team, Starting from this coach, man. When I first time saw that coach, he cannot speak, man. I don't like this coach, man. If they will have different coaches, it will be a different team, man. This coach is a pussy, man. Take this coach away. Whatever. Vegas at the moment, if you check at the stats, advanced stats, man, they are dominating the play and they are scoring 5-on-5. I mean, and why? What's the reason? It's not that they are getting back forwards or whatever, man. Everything starts from the defense, no matter what's the sport, And they got back Martinez, they got back Theodore. All right, I know those both guys scored, 3 goals in the last game, but when you just watch the Vegas now again, they get these late goals. Why they get these late goals? Because they have the people they can pass the puck back to the top, When you have at the top guys who can receive the puck, take it to the middle, and shoot it on the net, Those are Martinez, Theodore. They are back in the lineup now. And they're going to get Stone back, And okay, Stone, maybe he still needs some games to get back into shape. But whatever, This Golden Knights team, they will be dangerous in playoffs if they make, At the moment, they're the 4th best in the league in April in expected goals. Plus, they're very good on scoring efficiency. They have scored 15 goals or 5-on-5 in 5 games. So that's 3 goals per game, allowing only 9. They're playing great hockey. Yes, they lost to Canucks. Thank God, I don't know. I was not on Knights there because the price dropped too fast, so I couldn't catch the price on Knights there. Knights end up losing that game. Why? Because of the special teams, But overall, everybody says you were on the right side. Here, again, as Bleed said, he knows everyone is on Knights. And I agree with that, I think Knights is the right play here. Plus 130, Calgary at home, coming off from a successful road trip, right? A lot of wins. Look who they played at road trip. Kraken, Sharks, Ducks. And now they got Knights coming in here. Knights last time, 6-0 lose here. I think we're going to get an even game here. I don't say Knights are winning this one like straight away, but I can see this like going to the OT. I can see like Calgary maybe tying it in the late game. So if it goes to the OT, if you're on the plus money, you're on the right side, kind of how right, So even with all the Flames and Daryl Sutter and all those things, Daryl Sutter is actually a funny coach, man. He has said so many nice quotes this year, and it's just unbelievable. But it's still hockey, Teams lose, teams win, And Golden Knights, I think, with plus 130 here, you're getting this price just because the Golden Knights are not in playoff now. Otherwise, it would be a much closer price. So I think Knights is the play here. I know I'm going to be easy, But these are one of the plays which I like to take on a money line. I don't take money lines a lot, because I don't like games going to the OT and believing that the team will win an OT and hoping on that. I love the team to win in regulation, So you don't need to sweat. So in this case, I think Knights even can get it done in regulation like 4-2, But because it's a great price, why not? Let's go plus 130 with Knights here on money line. I think they will bring the best game. Martinez back, Knapp back. Theodore back, those D-men are back, man. Look at those D-core, man. They are big, man. They're hard to get past, They just need to get in this playing shape, They haven't been in the play for a long time. I think Vegas will just get better and better by every week. And if they make the playoffs, they will be at their best shape there.
All right, occupancy.
All right. Lot of good sides, a lot of angles on this one, guys. Game 74 of the 2022 NHL season. The Flames having their spot locked up versus a desperate Golden Knights team. I am with the desperate Golden Knights team on the money line. Was looking at a different way to get on because of money lines aren't the safest place to be. And I'm looking at the odds and the lines here. Well, come on. You're gonna try to predict. You can't predict Calgary. Listen, you can't predict Calgary. They want to lock you up 0-0. They'll lock you up 0-0. They're the better team. They will do that, and they could do if they listen. They could do it to anyone. I don't know the vibes. They're probably a bunch of bros on the Flames who know that better than me. Shout out Kush Cloud 690. I know if you're out there, man. Miss playing with you, boy. See you soon. But I got some friends in Calgary. I know the league. They watch this team for years and years. I don't know if they're getting up for this game. I don't. I got to message them and find out. But either way, that's why I'm not really trying to mess with a total. I don't know if I want to go near a total here. So let's just get the money from wherever you need to get it and get on the Vegas money line with a bunch of us and see how this game goes.
All right, so we'll go right into the final game of the night here and then finish it off with best bets. Arizona plus 240s and Vancouver minus 300, a total of 6. Nothing for me in this one. I do like Horvat and Pedersen both for points. I hope to have time to get to my point parlays before the game start here. So I'll get to that as soon as we finish. But I do like Horvat and Pedersen for the Canucks. Weapon X, what do you think here? Yotes and Canucks.
Yeah, I'll be. These are one of the other games that I'll be heavy taking props here. I think this is going to be a bloodbath against Arizona. Why? Because the Canucks are actually still alive in this playoff hunt. They really are. And Bruce Boudreau got this team locked in. They got them believing. Arizona has been, ever since they've traded Wedgwood, ever since they've traded a couple of guys. Clayton Keller lost to the season. That's a big loss on them on offense, on the power play. Each way you want to put it. He was probably their best consistent player that he was. And he's, 25, 24 years old. So for me here, I'm definitely going to parlay the puck line from the Vancouver Canucks. Probably with the Avalanche puck line, or like I said before, Tampa Bay's puck line. You should get plus money there. Right now, if I parlay the two on CoolBet, it's plus 253 for both puck lines with the Avs and the Canucks. I like the Horvat angle. I took him to score. I took him with that parlay in the beginning with Matthews. Pedersen. Does he have any? Elias Pedersen against Arizona. Let's see. He's been delivering. He's finally been delivering. So Pedersen maybe for 2 points. I just like Vancouver here in the single. Probably put up maybe 4 or 5 goals.
All right, Vito.
Let's go. Well, this is the game we agree on, Bleed, and I'm very happy about that. Because first of all, this is an NHL, and it's normal to disagree. But of course, I mean, it's fate Coyotes or nothing here, man. Look at the Coyotes. Have you seen the last 4 games? Bro, they have scored 1 goal. They have allowed 5 or 6. And you know what it means? It's not empty netters. It's a regular goals, man. So this is AHL roster, and this is not what we talk about, pride, salary, or something. This is just a simple AHL roster. Keller is out. Wedgwood is traded. I don't know who is in the net, man. Is it Vejmelka? Who is in the net? Sorry, man. Vejmelka. Man, this guy is frustrated, I would say. You know why? Just imagine yourself being in a battle with Wedgwood, and now you see your buddy going to a playoff caliber team, performing well, getting in shape, everything's going well, and you're sitting in this fucking club in the last place, and you're nowhere, man. You just don't have much, man. I'm sorry about that. Vejmelka has had great games this year. I would say maybe better than Wedgwood in Coyotes, but that's why there is general managers in Dallas Stars, that's why they are smarter than me. That's why they see why Wedgwood was better than Vejmelka, maybe, That's because I would choose Vejmelka over Wedgwood, But
I think Vejmelka is also younger, and I think the Coyotes didn't want to let him go because they actually extended him for another 3 years, I believe. He signed a new contract with the Coyotes.
That could
be. Yeah, he did 3 years.
So he signed an extension with them.
But at the end of the day, anyways, yeah, that's my look. That's my look. Contracts and anything, but that's my look. Just in the end of the day, I think even it's money. It's great. You get money. It's cool.
Connor Bedard, 2023 Coyotes.
I mean, it's money. Everything is cool. But in the end of the day, you do that because you enjoy that. And if you don't enjoy that, you don't try, you just get money, Have you seen NBA players getting injuries back and forth, So in this spot, just Vejmelka, I think he has no little bit. I think he's somehow got his contract, as you say, guys, and I don't think he is really motivated to play at the moment in this end of the season. I don't think he has anything to prove. And Wedgwood is there, and I think that's it. Plays on his mind. And we have seen the Coyotes in the last game, starting from the goaltending, going to the further, and it's just everything collapses here. And I think this is just not overthinking too much play. You don't need to overthink here. I think you don't need to think Coyotes has lost a lot. I think they keep losing here. You don't need to overthink. Canucks I took on a puck line yesterday. I was thinking them to parlay with something on a regulation. In the end of the day, I was like, I will not parlay these Canucks. I think either they win in regulation like 5-1 today, either they will struggle and go to OT. So give me the puck lines, obviously. Puck line. Give me Canucks here on the puck line with bleed green bet.
All right, occupancy. Finish us off here so we can get the best bets. What do you think here yields on Canucks?
Canucks puck line.
Oh. Vegas is calling VAR offside.
Oh, yeah, let's surely hope not.
Oh, I hope I don't see that shit tonight. I'm probably gonna see it. I'm probably gonna lose my shit because I'm telling you, that Predators game that finished 1-0 against the Sharks, that turned that whole game upside down.
I had threats in reg, man. But that wasn't offside, man. It's by an inch, man. Whatever, man. This is what you can feel it, man. Those guys have to start to learn it, man.
This is what I mean. It's in real time. You cannot see an offside like that. When you see it on video, it's not the same. That's why it's ruining the game.
They have to learn it, man. It's the new hockey, and that's what it is. I would also go offside every single time if it's not called, But this is the new reality. I think they have to slow down, on those offsides sometimes. So it is what it is, man. It has cost too many goals this season, I would say. Too many for the teams, for us, and for everyone else here outside, I think. So it is what it is, and we have to adjust to it. We are not in control of that.
All right, let's get to it. Dog of the day. For me, it's Washington. Toller, it's Islanders. Nick, it's Dallas. Melissa, it's Vegas. Nathan, it's Dallas. Occupancy, do you have a dog of the day?
Yeah, I'll start with me. Thanks.
Or I can go to somebody else.
Nah, it's fine.
Vegas. Give me Vegas, man. There.
I'll go.
I'm gonna take Dallas.
Also good. One of them cashes.
Okay, Vito's going to take Vegas, and Occupancy, you're going to take Dallas. All right, Weapon X, the dog of the day.
I'll take Ottawa. Sorry, SX.
All right.
Man.
Over under, nothing for me here.
What about, sorry, man, it's a professional job for everyone. I know,
but there's some people that take it personally on.
Man, fuck them, man.
Weapon X, any over under?
Any over unders? Fuck. Let's see. Yes, actually.
Okay, well, we'll come back to you. Nick went with Chicago San Jose over 5.5. Melissa went with Washington Toronto over 6.5.
Give me under in this game, which I'm pretty much sure that Canes will win 4-1. So give me under in Canes and the Red Wings.
All right.
I just don't see Red Wings putting up more than 2, even with Ranta in the net. I think
Canes
will protect the net.
I would agree with that.
Well, I kind of hope you're wrong there, but it is
because
I
want to get a read on under, man. I think it's a masterpiece. Everyone can see overs, but unders the thing.
All right, Occupancy, Weapon X. Anyone have a total?
Yeah, give me the over 6 in the Calgary and Vegas game.
All right, Occupancy, anything?
I'll take the under 6 in the Edmonton Nashville game.
All right. Best bets, best parlay pieces. For me, wild money line and best parlay piece, Kaprizov over 0.5 point. Toller went with Nashville and San Jose parlay, both on the money line, plus 231. Tampa Bay money line for his parlay piece. Nick went Vancouver minus 3.5. Plus 375 and Vancouver money line as his parlay piece. Melissa went Vancouver -1.5, Colorado money line, and Nathan went with Stars money line, and Tampa Bay money line is his parlay piece. Vito, what do you think here for best bet?
Why me first, straight away, man?
Well, it's okay. It's either you or occupancy because Weapon X always wins.
Parlay piece I have already always, man.
No. Let Weapon X go first this time.
Oh man.
No, because then we'll be here for 3 more hours. So sorry, Weapon X.
We'll be here for 3 hours anyway.
Yeah. Well, I certainly hope not. So occupancy, what do you think here for
parlay piece, man? You can give me the parlay piece, man. It's a parlay piece, right?
Yeah, let's go with the parlay piece. I got that too. So
Toronto over 2.5 goals parlay piece.
All right. Weapon X.
Jason Robertson to record a point against Minnesota. Parlay piece.
Robertson, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Occupancy?
Wedgwood over 25.5 saves.
Wedgwood over 25.5 saves. All right. Best bets? Whoever has one?
Well, let's
My page is not loading.
Yeah, I already said mine. Wild money line. I already went over the other ones. So I just need your guys' 3.
Okay, that's wild money line.
You're going wild money line?
I'm asking why wild money line.
There's no time for us to get into that. I explained it in my breakdown.
Well, people are waiting for your breakdown.
No. What are you guys doing here?
Fuck. Where is it? Part of my language.
Yeah. Fuck.
Occupancy?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Tampa.
So for me, what is the I don't know what's the fucking line in the what's the Pens money line? What's the line there? Well, my book I see
-158 at my book, so you can't do that.
-150.
Yeah, -158 at my book. Yeah.
58. No, that's already cheating, man. I don't go there, man. That's for pussies. You know what?
That's funny. Vito, you're fucking funny, dog.
If you guys want to get your best bets in, you got about a minute here before I shut the show.
Oh man, it is a fucking
I can
fucking take a chill, bro.
Whoever wants to go.
A minute is a lot, bro. A minute.
Fuck. Okay, let's go with it. Kucherov and McKinnon to record 2 points plus 420. Best bet.
Bro, Terry, tell me what's Tampa over 3.5? Is it Druso?
Yeah.
I can't look right now. I'm sorry. I'm typing this.
Yeah,
I have it.
Because I don't have your books. I have
-150 is -150.
Yeah.
That's my best bet. Give me Tampa over 3.5.
-150. Can later use.
Man, I don't give a fuck unless I get money, man. So you can take Kucherov point or whatever, but man,
Over 3.5.
I'm all about the result here.
What's your odds, Weapon X?
On bet 365, both of them parlay together is plus 420.
All right, occupancy.
I'll do Tampa and the over 6 for plus 150.
Over 6 plus 150. All right, that is a show. I'm sorry, everybody, for almost a 2-hour show, but it is what it is. Best of luck to everybody tonight. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new. We appreciate all the support, and we'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Have a good one, guys.
Very good.
Peace out, guys. Best of luck.